Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And while many people expected the New England Patriots to improve this season, they didn't expect it at this level. Of course, they hired a well thought of coach in Mike Vrabel, added a lot of pieces, particularly on defense. Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane, Carlton Davis, to name a few. And the AFC East, other than the Bills, Dolphins, and Jets, not exactly formidable foes, and had, a couple other seemingly easy games on paper. But again, nobody could have expected 6 wins in a row, 7-2 record. Of course, much of the talk surrounds Drake May in his sophomore year. Some see him as an MVP candidate. But let's just point out how awesome the run defense is. So this is via ESPN. They do their takeaways after about each game. And it mentions here, so you see stat to know. After holding Bijan Robinson to 45 rushing yards, the Patriots are now the only team since 1950 to hold opposing running backs under 50 yards in the first 9 games of the season, per ESPN research. No other team had accomplished that feat in the first 8 games of the season. I thought that's absolutely crazy, and it's just not worded right, because opposing running backs, I thought it was the whole running back room. It's the lead running back, nonetheless still impressive. So it should say that the first 9 games, the lead running back on each of those teams were held under 50 yards, because there were a few games where the running backs as a whole totaled over 50, and that's not the way it's worded. It's, to me, it sounded like they meant the whole running back room. But we see their run defense, 679 yards allowed in 9 games. You see all the teams below them, 8 games, 7 games. They're allowing 75.4 rushing yards per game, 10 less than any team, 10.5 less than the Seattle Seahawks, who are in second. But let's take a look at each of those 9 games and the lead running back in each of them. So it's such a long time ago, it's hard to remember that they lost the Raiders in the opener. But you see they held Ashton Genty in check, 19 carries, 38 yards. Then the Dolphins and Devon Achane had 11 carries for 30 yards. So that's 2 games. The third game, which was also their most recent loss to the Steelers, Jalen Warren, 18 carries, 47 yards. The Panthers, before Rico Dowdle became the bell cow, he'd got 9 carries because the game was a blowout. But Chuba Hubbard, 1 yard short, 10 carries, 49 yards. The Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen actually has the highest amount of rushing yards in a game against the Patriots. Of course, he's a quarterback. James Cook, 15 carries for 49 yards. The Saints, Alvin Kamara, 10 carries, 31 yards. The Titans, Tony Pollard, and you see Tyjae Spears, 5 carries, 22 yards. Pollard, 6 carries, 18 yards. Quinshawn Judkins, a rare, one of the few bright spots on the Browns, but not in this game, 9 carries for just 19 yards. And as I mentioned, Bijan Robinson was held to 46 yards, you see, on 12 carries. So, yes, 9 straight games where no running back has gone over 50 yards against the Patriots' run defense. And the only player to go over 50 yards is Josh Allen, with barely over at 53. So, yes, the Patriots are off to an awesome start at 7-2. Not expected by many people. You could say that their schedule hasn't been the toughest, and that is for certain. But they did beat the Bills earlier on. Yes, Tennessee, New Orleans, Cleveland. That's probably the easiest 3-game stretch anyone's going to have. And Atlanta would have tied it if Parker Romo didn't miss an extra point. But nonetheless, they got the both New York teams coming up soon. They'll definitely be favored. They probably won't be favored at Tampa Bay, at Cincy. I don't think Joe Burrow will be back. Then they got Buffalo again. They already beat Buffalo on the road. At Baltimore, at Jets, Miami. So it's definitely there's enough there where it looks like the Patriots will definitely make the playoffs. Let's see how much longer this 50 yards or less streak can go on at Tampa Bay. So they had their bye. We'll see if Bucky Irvin's back or if Rashad White will be the bell cow. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.